was coming up before the board later today.
Yes, it does. And the outcome isn't decided. I know that. But in case you've forgotten, Connie was on TV telling the nation about this very exciting, very cutting-edge operation she will be performing on a very prominent Member of Parliament. I was out there trying to square the circle. As things stand, the op will take place. Factors have to be taken into consideration. I was merely trying to cut some slack for everyone, and that includes you, Rick.
None of this would have arisen if Connie had come to me in the first place.
Why would she? I signed it off.
Yes, and did you know exactly what it was that you were signing off?
Surely this can only be good for Holby. Mrs. Beecham wouldn't be performing the operation unless she felt confident. What's the problem?
The problem is a major operation, previously untried and poorly planned.
Oh, I think there's a plan. It just isn't yours.
Ah, Mr. Carr, Mrs. Grayson.
Mr. Spence.
Can I have a quick word?
Any progress? I've got an offer of a weekend in Paris if I get out of here in time.
Well, we've got your test results.
And?
You're pregnant, you know that?
Oh, yeah, Brad Pitt's the father.
I'm not convinced that your abdominal pain is connected to your pregnancy.
Are you serious?
About what?
Me being pregnant?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to order some more tests. Nurse Anderson? Nurse Anderson is going to fill you in on all the details, and give my best to Brad.
It's got to be a wind-up.
It isn't. You are pregnant.
Possible. A mix-up, somebody else's test.
Your tests, I promise you.
I'm on the pill, for God's sake.
Any chance you might have missed one?
Of course not.
It's the most likely explanation. Have a bit too much to drink. Slips your mind. Next morning you've forgotten that you forgot.
No. There is a mistake. It's got to be.
You're about 7 weeks gone. Think back.
I can't be. I mustn't be.
Okay, we'll need an ultrasound scan.
Don't bother. Even if it's true that I'm pregnant, I won't be for long.
The ultrasound isn't for that. We need to discover the source of the pain that you're feeling. It could be appendicitis, but that wouldn't show on an X-ray.
Yes, okay. Oh.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Look, can I get it done here? It's a simple enough procedure, isn't it?
Usually, yes, but we wouldn't do it on this ward.
No? Okay, I'll sort it when I'm out.
I just want to give it a bit of thought.
I have. Easy decision. Oh, come on. I mean, what would you do in my position?
It's your decision. I can't tell you what to do.
Let's see a show of hands. All in favour of the Transap operation taking place in Holby. Those against?
Mr. Griffin. Mr. Griffin?
I'm glad that you think that you know what you're doing.
Well, we'll see.
There are matters far more important than showy and very possibly risky operations.
Well, opinions differ, and yours is in the minority, but that is not what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm being asked about Dennis Johnson, the patient you sent home for being too fat for treatment.
That's not quite what I said.
I know, I agreed with you then, and I agree with you now, but it's not what the local press are saying you said.
I simply pointed out to him that it would be better for everyone, particularly for him, if he lost a little weight.
Well, he's made a formal complaint.
Has he? Right, well, it'll have to go through the usual channels, and I'll give an account of myself if required
It's
to.
not the usual channels that concern us. Mrs. Grayson is worried about this catching the national press. We need a clear policy on this, and it needs to be consistent. She's right to be worried.
And you?
Complaints are never easy at the best of times, but... Look, it hasn't hit the national headlines, but I think it might be a good idea if you had a statement ready, just in case.
In case of what?
Solids hitting the fan.
And if that happens?
Well, you're director of surgery. Would you bump him, for instance?
Well, that depends on the nature...
You see, consistency.
Yeah. Well, OK. Apart from whoever failed to notice that Mr. Collier had been prescribed 40 milligrams of fluoxamide 3 times daily, which is why he's been spending so much time in the toilets. But now maybe you'd like to check through the patient's notes that are being discharged. If you'd just like to pass them out for me. Just make sure they've all got their blood test results or path lab findings, whatever's most appropriate. OK? And good luck. Mr. O'Dowd, your playmate's just arrived from the creche. Wound up like a clockwork toy. You might want to see what she wants.
We're in trouble.
We're fine, no one knows.
No, Edwards knows.
Who?
Frank Edwards, the creche manager.
How?
Well, he suspects.
So what? There's no proof.
There will be. We're on the CCTV.
What?
The hospital security system is now a camera in the creche. So, yeah, the Tom and Saskia show. X-rated front light screen near you.
Oh, great, yeah. That is perfect. Yeah, there goes my job.
Yeah, well, mine too, excuse me.
Who hasn't looked at it yet, the tape.
DVD.
DVD, what I bet?
Well, no, I think I'd know about it if you had.
All right, so there's time.
Time for what?
I'll think of something.
Yeah, good, what?
I don't know. Something.
God. All for a quickie and a massive hangover.
It wasn't a quickie.
No, I can't remember.
So, any ideas? Keep your mind on the job. Mr. Fielding, any ideas?
Well, process of elimination. I think I'm getting close. Just need a bit more time.
You got 15 minutes.
So, Mr. Fielding, you won't mind if I check you out one more time? You're having sweats.
They're not so bad now.
And the shortness of breath?
It's a little better, I think.
And you're experiencing a pain in your arm?
And in the jaw.
The jaw, yeah?
And my left shoulder.
OK, yeah. And it's still a problem, is it?
What?
Well, all of it?
Yes, and it's not nearly so much fun as you might think.
No, sorry.
Wow. You look great. No, not great. Amazing. Fantastic.
Oh, really? Please don't stop.
I think I've said everything.
Apparently there are press lined up outside for interviews. And the board said yes.
Yeah, I spoke to Grayson and Card. I don't know if it helped, but I hope so.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah, whatever I can do.
I know Rick thinks this is all about me. Oh, Michael, come on. I mean, why have a career if you're not going to work at it? But it really is about the medicine, about the surgery. I mean, of course, it's exciting for me to do a trans app, but I think it's more exciting for James Marshall to have a life.
I'm with you. You know, I'd like to scrub in on this one.
Given that you have so little CT experience, I would have to say no.
Hey, now.
But seeing as you're the chairman of the Burn Foundation, I think it's essential you're there.
I'm in big trouble.
I heard 15 minutes.
No, bigger trouble than that.
Ah, yeah. I thought she looked upset. Have you tried with ships in the night?
Even bigger. They've installed a CCTV camera in the creche. Oh, perhaps someone thinks it's funny.
Oh, I mean, were you happy with your performance? Do you think they caught the inner you?
I might need to take 10.
My first day on Killer, you under my wing, Rick Griffin on my case, I don't think so. Have you diagnosed Mr. Fielding yet? No. Right, OK, so give it another go.
Mr. Harris has a large pelvic abscess. I'm going to be operating tomorrow morning to wash out and drain, so the usual nil by mouth, and he'll need a repeat set of bloods, OK? It should have been done already.
Right.
Mr. Fielding?
Yeah, on my way.
10 minutes and counting.
By the way, I heard about the activity in the creche last night.
It was a break-in.
More of a loving, wasn't it?
I suppose it's common knowledge.
So around the hospital, bets are being laid on, well, on who got laid.
Is that so? Well, all bets be off soon. I've authorised the creche manager to get the DVD from security. And as soon as we know, we can all have a laugh.